long have you been contracting then?
We started early 80s.
Early 80s?
I didn't even mean to start, you know.
Aye.
Didn't even mean to start, but just worked out. Give away a hand or two the next thing is everybody's looking a hand or two. So,
Aye, so were you just farming in the 80s then?
I would have that.
Yeah.
I still did with that, yeah.
Yeah.
It was 83, I bought a dagger. Massey's about a 2640 Massey Newman now. Down there at the show in Balmoral. But the granddad didn't know, he didn't think he was buying something like that. It's come anyway, you know. He didn't know, but he landed. We had a long time. Now 1188, just tore away there. Double chaps and car up and all that, and made their own tiller and things. Them started by the Red Rocks, bought 2 in 85, you know. 16 pots, the wheels for swing grubber and all, you know. They were a great job then. And then bought 3 of them 18 pots. It was on a long time now.
Yeah.
The do lots for it, I a lot. Bought 3,000-4,000 Red Rocks there. I don't get this, I just do the digger work. So that and that's it. The best part, they don't even pay me.
I know, they don't pay you?
No, I get the pension. Don't pay it.
You're just doing a bit of charity work?
Well, I just, we Johnny Cash do have no that, because under that front pocket. You made that, everything.
Was it you and your brother then that started the contracting then?
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye. Massey's done. Aye, me and him more or less started that.
You've done well to keep her going for that length of time, like.
Aye, we didn't go mad now.
Yeah.
I done a lot of hours years ago.
Yeah.
I haven't done a lot of hours. There were silage years ago. You thought nothing of starting another job at 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
Aye.
You wouldn't have the lights you would have nowadays on them, weather, but aye.
Can you get the boys to stay on and work that late now?
Aye, sometimes, well, around our own age, they were full enough to do it. Aye. Yeah. They were surely, aye. And we big in there in that 270. He'd have the Class 860, the 3 bores on her. Oh, the serious stuff. That mowed a lot of stuff now.
You have a self-propelled on triple mowers, did you?
Well, aye.
Right.
No, it's still down the yard yet.
Is it?
Aye.
You must go take a look in that yard of yours. Seems to be a lot of interesting stuff about it.
All out stuff, up and stuff. Aye, they're all doing that.
And is your prize procession up at the yard then, the Marshall?
No, she's up at my house.
Oh, okay.
My garage, you know.
Yeah. Aye, so what's so special about this Marshall then?
I like you're 19 made or 18 made all together.
Right.
And stop Marshall, I know that. And there wouldn't be 5 left in the world.
Oh, so was that like one of the last tractor they made then?
Well, Marshall didn't last.
Yeah.
They didn't last now. There's a went sprayed Marshall colours, but they weren't stamped.
Right.
But Marshall, you know. So she come a demonstrator. You know, she had electric hydraulics and all on her at that time, you know.
How long ago was that?
I think we bought her in 91 or something, around that time.
Well spec'd for that time then?
Oh, I suppose oh, yeah. Even hydraulic tipping on her.
Right.
It's a Dutch spec end, you know. 36 forward, I forget many reverse. Pretty fast tractor she was. Good going, you see the 4-4 play.
Yeah.
Dump drive, flew through it.
No bother to her.
Oh.
A lot of the boys that are working for you have been there some time.
I had boys years now. I got drivers now.
Like Harry there, he says he's coming up in 40 years or something. He's
long time.
My name's Dermot Scullion, but most people know me as Harry. Reason being, I used to have my hair down there, and name sticks. I've been away Quinn's now. Well, it comes the next March. I'll be here 30 years, so that's why I've got the grey hair. Stress. Enjoy my work, really enjoy my work. You know, I like working in the country. I like working in the land. I like being out on my own too. So I do. When you're working in the team, sometimes not everybody pulls together, and one boy pull out another boy, and there's bad words said. But I don't know. I have a farm at home. We only keep 30-40 head of beef cattle, and the Quinn's used to do our work for us. That's how I got started really. I asked them for a job and they gave me a chance at it. And I really liked it, and I've been there since. So whenever I first started, they had 698 Masseys and 7840s. The Marshall D110, which is really a Stair 8130. There wasn't many of them about now. She was real good going, like TW15s and not long ago, we could hardly buy them, old lad. But we were going into all Masseys, and they started to give us a lot of bother, and then we bought our first 8360s. We never buy new tractors, could never afford new tractors. But bought an 8360 with 600 hours on her and really liked her, and then within a space of few years, we had 4 of them, and then just changed to a new home more or less ever since. Well, bought a John Deere there a few years ago, and the less said about it, the better. She broke a fan belt the other day, and I never seen a session like that in my life to get a fan belt onto a tractor. The front PTO, she went for a 4-wheel drive bearing, and it was easier to put the 4-wheel drive bearing on than it was the fan belt. Me and my love of John Deere's don't really go that far. There's a friend of ours, and I'm sure you've heard tell him, boy Davy Porter, and he's John Deere in the brain, and got our boys, there's no way, says there's nothing like it, John Deere's the way to go, so we bought one, and that'll be the last one, hopefully. The second one's only in here, because the first one broke down. Most mechanic we do ourselves, if some goes in like a gearbox or something like that, with boy Desi Mills there around the road. Having young boy James Duncan there would help us out. And really good mechanics, you know, only a phone call away if you ever need them or need any advice, you know. But most of it we try to do it ourselves. Well, we've always been cat shovels right back to the 910, and then with 95 we bought a 924F, and then a 924GZ, she's still there. And then she wasn't, when we changed the harvester to that FR, she wasn't fit to keep up, so we were looking around and they came out with that cat 926M came out then. We were looking at another cat before that, but there was a difference in the pumps and stuff, and the M had it all sorted out for agricultural, so we were doing that, and she seems to be doing really well for us. You know? Like, we never really bored with cat shovels, ever. Boys talk about them being slow and all, but they're doing what we need them to do. Always have done. They're pricey, like they are pricey, but that thing, we have her now, must be 3,500 hours, 4,000 hours, and not a spanner on her. So on the 924GZ, we only spent about a couple of sets of tyres on her. That's it. I never spent any money on her. Do all the work in that there, don't really let anybody else on her. It's nearly the best way. There's no something wrong, you know what to look out for, what to watch for. Boys jumping on and off, it's just a wrecking match. She's power command, so she says it just wouldn't be that overly stuck in the power command. I'd rather have an auto command. There's 12,200 hours on her now. We got her with just slightly over 5. And she must be there about 4 years now, 5 years. And, well, we did do the gearbox on her now. Desi done the gearbox, but other than that, there maybe the odd 4-wheel drive bearing. But she does a lot of work like that tractor, you know. She does. She runs 3 mowers and does all that, like no bother to her. So I'm quite happy with her. I just want a 270. I like mowing grass and I like hedge cutting. Ploughing, yes, I do like it in the right conditions. But I tried to go on there earlier. It was like a rockery over in that last week. The boy, there's a lot of stones to pick when he comes to it. I do like ploughing, like I definitely do like ploughing. Out of them all, I'd rather the ploughing more than anything, as long as conditions are not too bad. Actually, GRASSMEN brought a herring out to us years ago, I think. Drew Watson owns her now. We brought her out. And we looked around her and we liked her. And then we bought one, it was 16 tonne. And we had her a couple of years, and liked her. And then we bought an 18 tonne. We thought she's maybe just a wee bit too heavy for them 560 tyres. So we looked into it, the boss's son, he's into all that there, so he looked into it and we talked to Willie Hearn, and we'll come up, we're fit to get 650 26.5 tyres onto her. We had to narrow the chassis and do other bits and pieces to get it done, but we tried one and she'd done very well for us. She's steady in the hill, we couldn't believe how steady she was. So we ordered another one, so we have another one there, we have 2 there now, so I'm not actually sure, but we might change that last 18 tonne with the 560s, might get her on the 650s too. For you go into wet, soft conditions, you see that's like night and day, the 2 tillers, like complete night and day, you wouldn't believe it. But yeah, it's very mossy ground, like, you know, you're trying to get big loads, but you don't want to mark the ground too much when you're at it, if you know what I mean. So you try to look into, just try to do things, you know, different. Not maybe different, but try to make it better, if you know what I mean. Oh, I guess he's a boy, oh, huh? Some stories about that man around the country. I would be a bit of a legend, like that. Everywhere you go, somebody knows him, or has heard tell him. No matter, since the day I come about, every time you pass a car, somebody's waving. That's it, the hand always has to go up, there's somebody always waving at him. But a gentleman, like, gentleman. So yes, I do anything for you. I get married there 16 years ago, he's my best man, and he was a bit of sweat on that day now, so, so he was. You need the subtitles. So you would, he's good, real good fella, like, good. And Ray too, Ray's the main boss, like, and can't fault them, like you can't say a bad word about them, definitely not. They're real nice people. They look after me well, and I try to do the same with them, you know. So our local pub there by the Cross Keys, and they do tours there, them cruise ships come in, and before they leave, nearly them all know Goosey. So he's, they do him in America now too, so I don't know what next continent he's going for. So, yeah.
Harvester's going well today and that weather stuff.
You always like one of them new headers.
Aye.
Right out. That harvester does go well. Never any. The biggest problem he had was a big main clutch here.
Yeah.
He fixed it himself, 640,000. You know, his tines was 1,500 pound tines. They used to be good years ago, you know.
Yeah.
Rubber tines, but not now.
As long as this harvester been about then.
Not
15.
67,000.
She's nearly done 10 years with you then.
Aye, 67,000. Well, he's also, she's going that well. I said just buy a header for her.
Aye. Wonder can you put a new header in them things?
Oh, see, but on her all right, you know.
I'm after he likes to fill a load.
No, I want to be on her, but I wouldn't. One leg's no good, but I'm not behind them steps.
Yeah.
Hell detectors and things, you know. Oh, I did that for years and years, never, always did them in the harvester.
Yeah.
Not in the diggers. So, still do the digger work a lot.
When did you first get on the harvester then?
The first one was the bone hull. Bone hull, or well, it was double chops.
Right.
Single chops, early 80s.
Yeah.
Double chop, everything. Oh, and then field precision and all that. And then the new homes, never much bother with that. Never any bother with that. And there's 2 turbos on her, you know.
Yeah.
Two.
Why would you change her if she's still going well, like?
No. No, hey, there you have to have 2, you know. You see that?
Exactly.
I noticed one thing, things way up in place there in Mad, there's here too. And there's 2 things that never come down, and I seem to like them, cigarettes and drink. The only 2 things that never come down, right? All the stuff dead. Ah.
Would you prefer this tractor to the R series?
This tractor done well, you know, that over there.
Yeah.
It's done well.
Did you have many 20 series before, or?
No, it was a new home and stuff.
Yeah.
Everything, honestly, whatever.
Aye.
Just everything.
Yeah.
This thing's more comfortable than that 190.
Is it?
Aye. A lot more power. That thing's dead. Tell Matthew that, but he won't listen.
Time for a change, is it?
Aye. Change the whole thing. I can take it easy and retire. I can do all right.
Sure, you are retired.
Still do a bit, but I may as well be.
Ah, but what else would you be at?
Huh?
What else would you be at?
I couldn't sit nice.
You're still 16 at heart,
Aye.
nabbing about the silage trailer on.
Aye, they're on there, but aye. Their digger works good too, you know.
That'd be a bit more relaxing.
Aye.
Yeah.
Well, aye. You can get home at night then.
Aye. Do you still enjoy the silage as much as you did whenever you first started?
Aye, you get tired more now. I wonder. Aye.
Aye.
What surely?
Long old day in a tractor is hard enough work, you know.
Oh, that's I know some now.
Yeah.
I have 5 steps and it hurts to the head.
Right.
You can blow them up yet.
Yeah, you better not get too stressed then.
No, that's the thing.
Over, let's say, the last 30 years, when I first started with these boys, like, nothing was ever a problem. If you needed a tractor, you went and bought a tractor. If you needed something, you went and bought it. And then, say, maybe after 4 or 5 years, more boys started getting at it, and we were specialising in slurry, that overhead boom. There's only really 3 of us at it at that time, 3 different contractors in Northern Ireland, and like 6 months of the year, that's all we done, spread slurry. Cut silage, spread slurry. We didn't do any ploughing or any other work other than diggers. And then everybody was at it, you know, everybody thought you were making money. You were maybe making money, but you were doing the hours to make the money, if you know what I mean. And over the years, the machinery's changed a lot. It used to be, You no bother getting drive. Well, one of the things is drivers is hard now compared to years ago. Years ago, you just lifted the phone, rung somebody, they'd be there in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and you had a driver. Now you could make 20 phone calls to get a driver. Machinery's changed a lot. It used to be you're trying to make the whole thing more efficient now. So you're trying to do more with less, if you know what I mean. Like that there, when we were starting, there was no such thing as suspension or push button gearbox. It was all dog boxes and lift the clutch out of it sort of thing. You never worry about burning diesel, like you burnt diesel for the fun of it. Now it's all about cost effective and how cost effective you can do the job, and I don't think there's any money on it really anymore. I don't really think there is a big pile of money on it. Survival's more of the thing. There's too many boys at it and too many boys cutting throats for other boys looking work, trying to buy work, but sure, when you start that there, there's only one winner, and that's the farmer, and he's there, he doesn't care who does the job as long as it's cheap. Luckily enough, we have a lot of very loyal customers who we have, and they stuck with us over the years. We're doing work for men that these lads were doing work for even before I started, and we're still there, and I'm more than happy to have us there. It's nice to see them every year, maybe sometimes you don't do a lot of work for them, but you still get to see them every year, and it's nice to have that, if you know what I mean. It is. I enjoy it. You do have your bad days, you have your days you want to just lift your lunchbox and go home, and that's it, forget about it, but then you settle down and you're back into it and you're alright, you keep going, and the next day you never thought about it. I would like I wasn't bad at it, put it like that. Since it's that height, my ma says that's all I talked about was tractors, and I'm grey hair now and I'm still tractors. So I enjoy it. It's a way of life for me. And back years ago when there wasn't so much about, we done a lot of travelling. We used to do big square baling, but we got out of it. But we had travelled in the north of Ireland with that square baler. From Limavady to away in the far side of Larne and County Down and the coast, around the coast and all over. That thing was never off the road. Now we baled silage were, but baling silage was a disaster, complete disaster. See if the grass wasn't right. That was a nightmare, a complete and utter nightmare. So it was. But we got out of that there. But we used to travel a lot of mileage with the harvester too. We've been all over with the harvester too. But you run a lot of tillers, and maybe men was cutting their own, and there was tail of harvesters back then, and they were seeing you how fast and efficient you were trying to do your job, and you banged it off and got a cover on before the rain come, and that was that, and away you go. And I never thought much more of it, but there's, yourself, that every hole in the hedge there's a harvester or something on it, and it's just, there's too many boys at it, but then it's a rat race now. The weather's not on our side at all. No matter what you go to do, you're chasing the weather, or the weather's chasing you. That sort of takes the fun out of a bit, you're hooking on machines and hooking off. And we're still about 30, 35 miles, 40 miles, we'd still go down that Limavady direction, and we'll go to Moortown, Arboe there, and, County Tyrone, Brashane, sort of on the far side of Ballymena, as far as go that way, but we're way out by Antrim and all that too, so you're not long of getting to anywhere you go now. Back in your 40k tractors and 20 mile, you thought you were going somewhere it was half a day's trek, but sure, you get anywhere you go now, you're there in an hour or an hour and a half, it's not that bad. We had one of the first FX 450 that came in 1995 to the UK. Back then we were cutting roughly in around 5,000 acres. You cut through the rain and everything, it didn't matter. I seen those days come down the road and the water run out the back of the tiller's pure green, and nobody cared. Push it in and that was that. With rain, stop the mowers for 5 minutes and go on ahead of you. There was none of that gurning now like you do now. I was sure gurning what you listen till now, boy, you wouldn't believe it. You'd have to be there. But down, I'd say we roughly cut about 3,500 acres now and around that, The machinery's got bigger and more efficient. You can hammer on, around this part of the country anyway. I know it's different in other parts of the country, but around this part of the country, we nearly struggle to do that, if you know what I mean, that acreage, because of the weather and the ground. The ground that we work on is very soft. It's probably a bit like for man too, We have a lot of real soft ground, and the weather is usually never on our side, never. And we just have to save the tillers and stuff, the wider wheels and stuff like that, try and cope with what we're. But I can't see it getting any better unless this heat wave, this ozone layer thing they're talking about, dries the whole place up.
So how has the year been for you so far? Has it been
not too bad now.
Not too bad.
You've usually been top of things. Oh, isn't that what
Because the first time I met you, I think was 2017, and it was a wet year as well.
That's the 2 harvests. You done that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean that. They'll harvest went better than that. You hadn't but a slit sideways.
Yeah.
Well, all now. Later, she went anywhere.
Still got the FX then, yeah?
Oh, I still got it. Aye.
She just another ornament then?
Aye, I know you. I don't do much to her out now. We're going now. She's working perfect. She did like a road too.
Is she taking 50 foot all right?
I left her a lot of times. It's not as hot as that, but...
I wonder did they think that FXs would be lifting 50 foot swords?
No.
Whenever they designed her.
I know she left all right now.
Yeah?
By the time they busted that engine over, they done that made a job for her now, that road. Really got off then, you know.
She's the Caterpillar one, isn't she?
Caterpillar, Oh, she's taking her back.
And how many horsepower would she be doing?
She'll do a good 60, is it? She's supposed to be up around that, but she done more. She did do more now, but you know it was on her.
Real animal of a thing now.
Aye, for that time now.
Yeah. Have you seen many years like this one?
Well, last year wasn't good now.
No, it wasn't.
You get an odd back one, but...
Yeah.
No.
Seems just to be getting worse and worse.
It does. Over my time last night. Well, it was 84, 85, and it was a bad one.
Right.
That was a bad one. I wasn't geared up for it, you know.
Aye.
You know, nowadays everybody's using double wheels and now tillers and things, and all them, but they didn't work. Using 300 rows around a field. It changed everything then.
Do you reckon a lot of the stuff, the way people are using things now is because of 84 then?
When the seconders you have to change things now. You have to do it, or you just get out or you'll not do much, you know. You'll do it often.
So you see, in your 40 years, would you have done anything differently?
Me?
Yeah.
The things I've been thinking about, yes, The things I've been thinking about, a shorter day and everything,
Yeah.
But nothing, happy enough. I was contented myself anyway.
Yeah.
No sense.
Could you have seen yourself doing anything else?
I don't know. I went to side in there, ladies. I worked out there, you know, master and all of that. I didn't mind that. I don't know, just the way it worked out. Wasn't planning for it, you know. Wasn't planning.
Just hit her lucky and hit her ground running then.
That's the way it usually works for that way, you know. That's surely. It's not as easy buying new stuff now compared to tractors are going up to us at 10 grand a year. Yeah, bigger tractors. You don't believe it. The price they're going up, They'll be held to that, you know. You know, you don't go contractors, they're going 6 in the morning, 12 1 at night. Every year they took this and there. HP, line and tabby is no good.
No.
It's too much pressure. No, we don't like that pressure.
No.
No, you have a life to live too, you know.
You do?
Oh, big item now.
So do you reckon that's the key to it? Having a bit of a life
you do
outside of it?
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, you got that.
So you do it all again then?
Hey, what? Full enough to you. You see me?
Yeah.
Never learn. Never do. Learn those new tricks. Well.
No. think I might jump out now.
I would say, I sit having out long ago. I wonder, you need to get wee cameras out of here. No good.